Safari Pedals Levelor, probably my newest favorite Safari Pedals plugin. I'm going to show you how I used it in the context of this mix, and I'm going to go through some of the controls with you. Let's jump into it. What is up, my friend? Jacob here with another video, and today we're talking about Safari Pedals' newest drop, Levelor. I was lucky enough to get early access to kind of test this thing out, run it through its paces, and I can't lie to you, it might be my newest favorite plugin from Safari, and I keep saying this every time they drop one because they're all so dang good. On the left here, we have one instance on the pre-chorus final line going into the chorus, and then on the other instance here on the other side is the actual chorus vocal. Let's take a listen to it with the plugins. So you could hear it's kind of a very dense vocal arrangement. There's a lot of back vocals. There's oohs and ahs happening in the back. And this plugin, what it helped me achieve rather, is to get that vocal to kind of pop out of the center in the midst of all the stuff going on around it. So you'll see on the left side, I have thing driving pretty hard with about a 70% wet dry mix. And then on the actual chorus vocal itself, I have 25% and a little bit less drive. The instance on the left here is actually this guy right here, this kind of pre-chorus vocal. Let's hear it without it. Cool. Needs a little bit of a boost, a little bit of personality, a little bit of, under there. Let's go grab that with this plugin here. There we go. Gives it a little bit of personality, helps it kind of pop out and create like a special moment transitioning into that chorus. Now let's listen to the chorus vocal with the Levelor. This time, again, the mix is quite a bit lower. I'm doing about 25% on this bad boy. The tone is slightly higher. And again, it's just to help this thing poke out of that very dense mix. Let's take a listen with the plugin. Bypass it. You can kind of hear that it just pokes out very slightly from that big stack, and that's what I love about this. It's giving it a little bit of energy, a little bit of crunch, and some presence in that dense mix, as I said before. Let's solo the vocal and hear it without. Let's turn it on. Turn it off. You see, even without it, it's quite saturated because I have a lot of parallels going on and some other saturation after the fact. So the Levelor plays a small piece in an ultimately bigger puzzle, but very important piece nonetheless. Let's go through some of the controls of this bad boy. Starting on the left here, we have Mark 1 and Mark 2. Now, my assumption is that this is based on 2 iterations of the actual hardware piece, and I have the manual right here, so we could go read up on this. So the Mark 1 is raw, noisy, unapologetically aggressive. This mode recreates the original Levelor's gritty and chaotic behavior. Now, side note, this was made by Safari Pedals in conjunction very closely with the team who made the original hardware piece, and it's an official recreation of Standard Audio's legendary Levelor hardware. And as far as my understanding is, Mark 1 is the original unit, Mark 2 was a revised unit made by the original makers of this hardware piece. So Mark 1, raw, noisy, aggressive. Mark 2, a refined version with lower noise, improved response, and a more controlled character while keeping the original's punch and grit. As we go down, we have a pre and post button. We have a tone knob, which could be very helpful if you want to shape the distortion's tone, if you want it a bit brighter or a little bit darker. Just below that, you have the input and output meters. Then in this middle section here, you have level, crunch, and bypass. Level mode is the extreme JFET limiting that pummels your signal into submission. Expect aggressive compression and heavy leveling. Crunch mode, however, is a transistor-driven harmonic distortion beast. From subtle warmth to pure destruction, dial in as much dirt as you dare. Bypass, of course, keeps your signal clean, but who wants that? Then just on the right here, we have the fast, medium, and slow to shape the time of the distortion. And lastly, the input and output knobs, which has a fixed threshold, this unit. So the more input you put into it, the more it's going to drive, and the output is to trim afterwards. Then we have the on-off button to bypass. And on top here, we have oversampling, which can prevent aliasing from happening, especially when we start to saturate. We have a lot of these frequencies that go very, very high up and then filter back down and can sometimes cause phase issues. So the oversampling helps deal with that. And then we have the blend knob, lastly, the wet and dry blend. And again, like all Safari pedals, they take very good care of us and they take the time to get all of these presets for us. I guarantee you, if you're looking for something, you flip through these presets, you're going to find what you need 99% of the time. So that's it. Safari pedals, Levelor, my new favorite plugin by Safari Pedals. I'll put a link in the description. Full transparency, it is an affiliate link. By using that link, if you're interested in this plugin, help support the channel. I get a small piece at no extra expense to you. So if you want the Levelor, go pick that up using the link in the description. I'm Mixed with Jacob, and we'll see each other very soon.